Yeah,
Okay, got it, got it. That's nice. Okay, so we'll just have a small wrap up from the few sessions. So we'll just continue like a recap, and then we'll get into today's session.
yeah.
Uh,
Sai joined today.
yes.
Yeah, he joined. Sai.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, so should I need to restart the session or whatsoever? I can just continue, right? Because I don't find Sai in the last session.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
not in
I
session.
was not there. Do you have any recordings of previous sessions?
I think the training support should have it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
check
check
with them
with
then.
But
him.
however, I'll just start with a small recap that would definitely
Okay.
help you. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
Thank
yes. I think my laptop has restarted. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just reconnect in the desktop. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Thank
Global search.
Mm-hmm.
And also the setup will be different.
Mm-hmm.
The and in mm, setup will be different. Global search.
Okay. How about the compatibility of device between Classic and Lightning?
Yeah, whatever we can have in classic, we will have that in the lightning.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, you're right, but I would like to have a small correction here. Classic is desktop only. It's compatible. But whereas Lightning, it is compatible for both desktop and mobile. That is why we are switching from Classic to Lightning, which is the major thing. Because over 80 percentage of the world's population you are accessing their applications through mobile UI or mobile apps. So that whereas Classic, if you see, it can only support desktop. Whereas if you see Lightning, it can support both desktop and mobile. So your first difference whenever you are interviewed in a place, the first point should be related to compatibility of device. Classic is desktop only. Lightning is desktop
okay.
and mobile.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I could also help you in giving few more differences with Classic and Lightning.
Yeah.
Classic is a page centric format. That is, in Classic, like
Oh yeah.
a form.
Once we have something, if we refresh the page, then entire page will be reloaded. Whereas for the lightning, only that component will get refreshed instead of the whole page.
Exactly. So the second point, whenever you are going to tell a difference, it should be like Classic is page centric, whereas Lightning is component centric. So if you say, for example, uh, for a company, say Quality Foods, okay, the app what we created last time. If we are about to create a form, okay, and we are also dealing with other uh, what to say, cooking related websites. So this is one is Quality Foods, which we deal only with the products, whereas we have some cooking company where we deal with recipes. Okay, we have two different companies. Just imagine if you're going to create a form for Quality Foods, saying creating a form like first name, last name, just doing getting a survey from people, an amount of consumption of say butter or whatsoever, but in a weekly basis, and what is your business type, what is your company name. Likewise, you're creating some specific form for quality foods for a survey, and also to give the products for cooking, for a cooking company. Also, you're just getting some orders outside for cooking. Okay, so then you're creating some form whenever the people reaches out for you for inquiries, but you have to give them a form to fill in the details. So there, do you think you can use the same form what you created for quality foods for the same cooking company? The forms will be different, right? You cannot use
Yes.
a form what we created for one company for to get the inquiry details of another company. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So what happens here? The forms are the forms whatever we create in the page centric, the pages whatever we create are not reusable. Each and every page is unique based on the requirements. But
Oh,
whereas when you get into components, say, for example, few applications like Swiggy, Uber, those things, you can have some things in common. What are the things you have in common? If you take Uber and Swiggy, okay, what are the things you have in common?
payment
Payment,
details,
Payment, then,
user information.
order
then,
details.
hmm, the main thing, one more few components like map, from, to, map
Yeah.
map component, and also the selection component, whether which kind of car you want, which kind of food you want. Okay, so what happens here, if you see a map component and the other components, you can reuse in multiple apps. The map
Yeah.
is a one component, but you can keep on reusing it based on the requirement of another app. Okay, so that is the major difference between classic and lightning. Then classic, here Classic is fully developed using the technology Force. So it uses the Force pages inside it. So what happens is it uses the combination of HTML, CSS, and one backend logic layer. Okay. Whereas in Lightning, it uses the front end as Lightning Aura. Okay, whereas the back end is, it is split into two. One is client side, one is server side. Client side is handled by JavaScript. Server side is handled by Apex. So what happens is in backend, if you have 1,000 lines of code, it is split into 500 lines for the server side, 500 lines for the client side. Okay, now can I just ask a question? Do you know the difference between client side and server side? Maybe the basic ones, whatever you know, it's fine. I just want to make sure you get clarified on the same.
Like client side, mm, we
Hmm.
give the user input kind of data.
Hmm. 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 Can you say some small example? Just the basic.
Like in
Uh,
JavaScript side, like we create the page forms where we give like
huh.
the input details, and in the server side where we get the response.
Mm-hmm.
Once we did that, like if I select first name, last
Mm-hmm.
name with a particular ID, then it should fetch whether it's pass or fail, assume.
Mm.
Then based on those, we get the response from the server.
Mm. 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 Okay. Okay, so almost you're good. You have just made the bits and pieces together. It's okay. Now I will just explain whatever you have told in a very brief format. Okay, so as you said, the client side. So what do you think the major reason why the backend is split into two, the client side and server side? Do you have any idea, like why they have split into two?
Mm, mm.
Okay, let me help you. Okay, say for example, what we have just learned earlier, whenever we are going to create any applications through C plus or Java, anything, what we first do, we first create a table in Oracle DB or whatsoever, and then we create the codings for that application. Okay, so what happens here, whenever we create an app, we need to do the validation part. So say first name, last name, say email address. We have three fields and a country field and a state field. So we have five fields. So whenever a person tries to submit something, he should make sure all the five fields are mandatory. So whenever he click on submit, there will be a DB hit. Maybe
Yes.
not the DB hit.
Mm.
Maybe it will be checking whether it is mandatory, it is filled or not. And
Mm.
whenever he tries to fill in some numbers, phone number, we will validate whether 10 digits has been updated, or if he had only 9 digits, then we should show some error. Likewise, so if you take classic, what happens whenever there is a validation that needs to be checked? Say for example, India. Say for example, country. If we is supposed to choose India, then a state list to be populated in the state. So making the user interface easy. So it should be like single drop down. So whenever a contact clicks on India, then states are being populated. When what happens, there will be a DB hit. So a person clicked on this, so we need to insert the data into the next drop down to the state list. Likewise, whenever there is a DB hit in the back end, the performance of the system goes down. Okay,
Mm.
in order to make sure the performance stays in a very high level, this lightning gives us the leverage of splitting that into two, client side and server side. Client side is fully into JavaScript. So JavaScript is like, it's not going to do any insert, update, or any other CRUD operations. So it's simply going to check whether it has been properly added or not. That is, say, for example, if it is a
Mm.
country India, then we could write a script of code to populate the list of states when India is clicked. That's it. So we are not going to, we are already know if country India is clicked, we know only there are 27 states and 7 union territories. So in that way, we going to populate only a predefined list. That predefined list is already written in the JavaScript code. So we are reducing a DB hit. And also, say if you're going to validate a phone number, 10 numbers, if a contact only gives 9 numbers, then we are going to validate in the JavaScript, writing a condition. Telephone number field should have 10 should have equal or equal to 10 numbers. If it is less than or equal, if it is less than or equal to 9, then an error should be thrown and we
Mm.
submit button to be disabled. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happens? The performance of the system stays stable until there is a DB hit happening. So this helps us in using the database only when it is needed. Okay.
Okay, but
Mm.
you mean if it's in a JavaScript, all this comes under LWC, right?
Yes, correct.
So in an Apex code, only we write the one which hits the DB?
Yes, correct. That is server side.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so client side is purely JavaScript, server side is fully Apex. So the backend of Lightning is split into two.
Mm.
Okay, so that is also the major difference in the Lightning part.
Okay. So DB
Okay.
hitting.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Okay, and there are few more things like what we told. The UI, UI. If you see classic, it is fully old and updated, whereas sorry, it's fully old and deprecated. It's going to deprecate. Whereas Lightning, it is fully modern UI and it is fully relevant to our future scope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that is also the major difference. Okay, let me just share my presentation. I think now my desktop got restarted. Just give me a minute. I'll just get back and join there. Desktop. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just I was speaking on mute. I'm just sharing my screen. Uh, I think, Navya, you told you have already set up the developer org, right? I would like to confirm if Sai has also created one or need to create one.
I've created one,
Okay,
Um,
got it. Mm-mm-mm.
but mine was different from Navya's. So I'm using currently Navya's.
Okay, 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 okay. No
yeah,
issues.
but can we know why it was different? We just want to know.
Can you just share your screen and show me so I can help you know
Okay, let
whether.
me share mine and then Sai will share it.
Okay.
Okay, first it's like you said developer.salesforce.com, right?
Ha.
Mm, mm, Login, Salesforce. So this is like the agent.com for something. Mm,
It should end with develop.my.salesforce.com. That is how it's used to come. Okay, let me just check. You can just give a remind later or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry,
I think it's
verification code.
asking for a code. Just give me 1 second.
Ha.
Mm, mm, Okay, it's 982. So this is how my account is.
Okay. So can you just show how is Sai's account?
Oh, yeah. Sai, can you share your screen? Hello?
Yeah, my laptop isn't working. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm restarting. I joined from
Okay,
my
let me log
mobile
in.
just to,
Okay.
yeah, log in. Go
Yes,
ahead and
yes.
log in.
Share me your credentials so that I log in. Can you share it here? Yeah. Mm,
You forgot password?
Okay. Did you remember your username?
It should.
I'll use email ID instead of the.
Yes.
Navya, remove REDDY in the middle.
Okay. Can you check if you get the mail? Did you get the mail?
Sorry, my bad. I was talking on mute. It is asking me to reset the password.
Yeah, click on that. Update the password.
Okay, let Sai
Mm.
try to work
Yeah.
page today. So I'll just share my screen. Uh,
Okay.
huh? So that Sai, you can just check and come back. No problem. Okay. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah, no problem. And let me know if you need any help so that I'll just help you on the same. So basically, if you see, you will get something like yes, you'll get an email like this. Okay. So this is basically the link what you're supposed to open. If you just open the link, then you'll be able to log in. It sometimes it used to get sometimes you'll get the page like this. So this is something like classic. We are no more going to deal with classic as it is going to duplicate. So we are going to focus only on the lightning experience. So if you give a switch to lightning experience, then you will get to the page where we need it. Okay. So here in today's presentation, I have just I'll just minimize the screen. Yeah. So I have given yeah. So here I have given the major difference between the lightning and classic and this bulb icon. You know what? I tried to add this in our future slides so that you can expect your interview questions in this. So whenever you see a bulb icon, make sure you will get some interview questions on the same, or even the exam focused questions will also be there from here. So basically, I have discussed on the device compatibility, the architecture style, technology Slack, UI interface and the experience, and here the performance and the future scope. Okay, whatever we discussed right now as a difference. So just go through this table. Okay, once. Next. Okay. So before we get into this edition on application creation, first we must know a few more basics. So there are three different kinds of Salesforce environments. Okay. So whatever we use now is the developer org. Okay, which is free and it is used by students and learners like us, and it is not used in the real companies. Okay, but it has the same UI and features as real orgs, but it can be used only for trainings what Salesforce provides now. And if you see, there are two more environments that an organization use: sandbox and production. Okay, so here uh, Sai and Navya, so do you have any idea what is a sandbox and the production environment actually is?
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes.
Sandbox that can be will be used by the developers, testers, everyone. So
Hmm.
once it is developed, uh, depending on the environment, they'll push it to UAT, or if they don't
Hmm.
have anything, but they'll be testing over there. But
Hmm.
whereas in the production, it is entirely for the end users.
Hmm.
So yeah, code cannot be written directly on the prod. So
Ha.
it should be written in the sandbox. Then it should
Hmm.
be.
Yeah, you're right. Sai, would you like to add any more points, whatever for Navya said? Or yeah,
No,
or do
I'm
you
good.
agree? Good, good.
I do
Yes,
agree with
got it. So yes, Navya, you're exactly right. So as you said, It is sandbox is nothing but a test box where we write all the lines of code and everything, test it internally, and only when everything is fine, all the features are working appropriately, and there is no bug or no glitch among the other features, then we test it completely and then we push it to the prod. So in the prod, live users get the accessibility through updates likewise. Yes, you're exactly the same. So I have just given those difference here. And okay, whenever you find there is a whenever we switch into this lightning experience, usually we get a verification page to add the mobile number likewise. So I have not added as of now to just show you guys, but I think Navya has already added and keep the setup with a Salesforce authenticator, I assume. So I just added a few glimpse of why the login and device verification is needed likewise. So whenever we try to log into Salesforce, after the first time you may be prompted to register the mobile number. So this is done for the authentication and the security purpose. So and also the Salesforce checks the IP address of the device used for the login. So whenever if the user logins from different device or different network or from after clearing the browser cookies and cache, it asks for the uh, number. So now I didn't clear. So what happens is whenever I click on this link, it directly takes me here. But most over, it will use to get me to a page where I prompted for the mobile number to add or something like that. But I just give remind me later, and then it just. But if you register your mobile number, you can use your authenticator to login. Just I added few glimpses for the same. Okay, so now in our course structure, how we are going to deal is we're going to deal with the basic admin. We are going to split our overall course into four types. One is basic admin, the security, automation, data loading, and reports. So what happens is mastering all these four areas gets you into gets your Salesforce administrator course completed. Okay. So now let's get into the basic admin. Here for the basic admin, so we are this is nothing but the app launcher. This what is the difference between app launcher and app manager? Navya, can you just tell me a difference between app launcher and a app manager?
Okay. From the app launcher, we will be launching all the different type of apps.
Mm,
Like we can create an app, and in an apps we can create an objects.
mm, mm, mm,
Whereas in an app manager, uh, there you will be seeing the list of objects.
mm.
Um,
Yeah, come on, come on.
mm,
Okay, let me just help you. Okay, so you're moreover correct, but just it's a very simple thing. So whenever you're interviewed, can just tell app launcher is basically used by the end user for to access the app, whereas app manager you will find it in the setup, and it is basically used by the administrators admins. Okay, app admins. So from there you could make changes to the applications.
yeah.
Okay. So the end users cannot make this app manager things all because they are not that much technical. They can only play around with the apps, switching around the features. But only app manager, the admin can get into the app manager, make the relevant changes related to the apps or you whatever you said, like the
Hmm.
creation of objects, making those things, making updates or any other thing with the objects or the features with that application. Okay, so this is the one liner how you can just
Hmm.
get into an interview. Okay, okay. So next, here the app launcher. Okay, now you know what will this app launcher consist of. It consists of standard applications as well as the custom applications, whatever we built.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And here, whenever we select the app, what happens? It loads its related objects and the tabs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I just want you guys to ask what is an application in a Salesforce? So, what do you think? So, what is just if you just click on an application in Salesforce, so what do you how do you uh, express, or whenever it is asked in an interview, like what is an application in Salesforce, what are your views?
So application consists of list of objects
Mm,
where that can be used one object into another, like master detail.
mm,
Um,
mm, yep.
and there will
Oh.
be relation between the objects.
Hmm.
Mhm. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right, Navya. So, yeah, you like what we told. So I just added few more points, like whatever you told. So it's nothing but application Salesforce is nothing but a collection of objects. So what happens? This objects together serves the business requirement. So whenever we create these objects, we make sure to test it. We make sure to fulfill all the business requirement. We make sure all these pages have the proper relationship with one among the other. So even after creating this app, what happens, the business requirement may not be fulfilled until the required objects are all added. So whenever we create an app, we are supposed to add the objects based on the business requirement and make sure the relations are all set up accordingly, and only then the application gets fulfilled related to the business requirement. Okay. Okay. Now, here we have, there are different types of objects in Salesforce. So, one is standard object, one is custom object.
Custom.
Yeah. So, may I know a few difference between standard object and a custom object?
Yeah, standard objects. Uh, yeah, custom objects will end with the underscore C in the
Ha.
API name,
Hmm.
whereas the standard is like the regular one. Mm, l- uh, I think the master detailed relationship can have parent can be only the standard, and
Mm-hmm.
child will be the child can be custom or standard, but the parent cannot be the custom.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm,
Okay, let me add some questions to Sai as well. Okay, so I think whatever Navya you told, it was really good. You have good knowledge on the same. I could see how you have already have gone through this admin related stuffs as you work in that area technically. Okay, so Sai, like, would you like to add few more points to the standard and the custom object?
I felt standard is like as you mentioned standard, meaning
Hmm.
it is already inbuilt and it cannot be changed. Maybe the functionality,
Hmm. Hmm.
whereas custom is meant for the application and yeah, you can add it to the application, remove it or make changes to the application.
Hmm. Yes,
Whereas
exactly.
standard, it can be used for all the applications. Customized
Hmm.
would be customized only for the particular applications, so that yeah, it can be processed.
Yes. So I would like to add a one liner here. Standard object is nothing but it's predefined by the system, whereas custom is nothing but it is defined by the users based on the business requirement and can be customized. Okay.
yeah,
Yes. So now, as you already told, it would custom objects will be ending with a underscore C for the API access. Right. Okay. Now I have some questions for you both. What is the difference between a label and an API in Salesforce? Just would like to know
they
your thoughts. Yeah.
label is just a name.
Hmm.
It can be in an object, it can be in an account, opportunity, the
Hmm.
same name, but
Hmm.
whereas label is an unique one. So it if it
Label or API?
API name. Label
Okay.
is not an unique, whereas
Aha.
API name is an unique one.
Ah.
So if it's in the opportunity account object, then it will not be in any other objects. Whereas
Hmm.
name can be, label can be duplicate. It
Hmm.
can be used in multiple places with the same name.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You're right. You're right. So yes, exactly, Navya. That's awesome. So I have just added those difference between label and API name, which would also be some kind of questions whenever you reach your interviews. So I have just added a small gist, like what is the, because these are the basic things what people miss out. The difference between people who just go on through scratch and people who just go on through they don't think that these basics are not needed. Likewise, maybe they know it, but they may not to they not know how to um, say it in a one liner way to an interviewer. So these are the things I would like to make sure I just add them in the presentations. That helps your interview as well as exam focused. Okay,
Yeah.
I've just added them as well. Now let's get into the hands on. Okay, so see here, whenever you create an app, you make sure this app is different from a Salesforce app. Say, for example, in Salesforce, say I'm just adding sales. Okay, I'm just accessing a sales app. So whenever I access some apps related to Salesforce, what happens? I'm getting a logo of Salesforce here, and see this application has its own brand color displayed. Okay, but whenever I need to get into a custom created app, I need that branding icon and that brand color. Okay,
Mm.
can you help me know why these business use their own branding logo and brand color whenever say for example I'm just using some applications, say food I'm just going as food, and here if you see there are a website like this, and see if this site is different from this site. Okay, and this site is also different. So suddenly if you see if you think of national geography, what kind of color comes into your mind?
Yellow.
Ha. So when you get into say for Britannia biscuit or something like that, what kind of color you get into your mind?
Maybe red.
Maybe red or blue, something like that. Okay,
Yeah, red.
so whenever a brand needs to be registered in a mind, our mind behaves in such a way. First, it recognizes the that
Color.
color, logo, the picture, because our minds are fully into a visualization path. Okay, so it always get whenever our mind see the picture and the color, it just directly gets into a brand. Okay, that is how our mind functions. That is why branding is very important, and whenever an application is set up, they make sure that they use a brand color and the brand icon. Okay, so as it is used internally by the salespeople, so whenever they just click on their apps, they see you if there is an organization, they are going to use multiple apps. Okay, so like quality foods, there may be some other page like quality check or quality food, say quality butter or quality cheese. So there may be some other applications that particular organization may maintain. So whenever a sales user click on it, they may mistakenly click the other one also, but based on the logo and this color, they it gives them, okay, we have choose the wrong page, we should go to the other page. So that is also one of the reason why this branding picture is needed and this color is needed. Okay, so Navya, when last time I want you take this as a hands on, so I want you to find how to change this brand image and get this line as well. Last time when I created, I wantedly made sure that I don't get this quality food brand icon and the email line uh, whenever I create an app. So I want you to, whenever you create an app, I want you to add the brand image as well as a branding color and create a basic app.
Yeah, I did it.
You did it right. Okay, so
Uh,
how you usually do it? So we
Go
usually
to
need
the
to go
app
to.
setup, app
Hmm,
manager.
hmm,
Mm, yeah, there. Mm,
hmm.
yeah. From there, I gave the app name,
Hmm.
new lightning app.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. Okay, for the old one, we just have to go for the quality
Ah, okay.
edit.
Huh.
Mm, We get the list of options there in the side if you want to change.
Mm. So we
Uh,
use the org theme options. So use the app
yeah,
image and color. So if this is checked, what happens? The same branding color and those stuffs gets populated. Okay.
yeah,
And in the app options, we'll be able to see however we need to. So this is the one what we created last time, Sai. So
yeah,
basically can
yeah,
just we just created a basic app and
yeah.
we made sure all these things are checked.
So what about this one app personalization setting?
Okay. Now
Disable and
see. Okay. Now I'll just show here. Um, so here I'm just disabling the user and personalization of nav items. I'm just saving it. Okay. Now I'm just refreshing this page. Okay. I think we need to add few more details and only then we'll be able to create it that those features all. Say I'm
okay.
just giving. Okay. Now, have you seen the difference right now? Did
Mm.
did you able to see some difference?
Initially, I think there was leads. Now you have like a home.
Ah, no, no, no.
Okay.
One more major difference. Actually, I thought of twisting the same. That's why I just told I was just creating a lead. Okay, I'll just tell you guys. See, if you don't uncheck this, okay,
Okay.
personalization of navigation items in the app. Okay. Now, what happens? You have an edit option here. You can directly edit things, personalize things. Okay.
Okay.
But if you see, disable this, disabling the end user personalization of navigation items. So, this is the navigation items. And you see, you will not get that edit option.
Edit option. Okay, got you, got you.
Ah, okay. So that is one thing. And here, if you click on this clear workspace tabs for each and new console, what happens? The older history gets deleted. Okay. So,
Okay.
but here, if you we still have whatever things we created. That is, this will help
Mm.
us. So I just don't go with this and use
Got
omni channel sidebar. Then we'll I'll tell you this omni channel sidebar in a very brief way in the next class. Okay, I'll
it.
tell you what are the basic stuffs because I want you guys to make use of. I want to mainly tell what are the basic hidden stuffs
But
inside each and every terms instead of because you guys already are working in this field, you know the all the technical things on the upper layer. But I want to go deep down and tell what are all the small things that are hidden, so that helps you in the interview to get into the higher level. Okay,
got
and this utility items, if you see in the
yeah, that
desktop
will be in the
only.
bottom. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, exactly. So
Report.
history report chart, this is in the desktop
Yeah.
mode. And here in the navigation items I have just added the home
Yeah, yeah.
page leads, these stuffs and navigation rules as workspace tabs and the sub tabs off, so that can also be opened, that can also be set up. And user profiles, it deals with security. As of now we are not touching the security, we'll go that will be dealt as a third part, like
Yeah,
how
yeah,
I
yeah.
told.
You said
Okay, this
security.
yeah, second part it will be different. So basic admin part we'll finish it off. Okay, so as of now, this is how we created, and I think we are almost good with all the basic stuffs, whatever we learned, right?
Yeah.
And we have, and tomorrow we have the and object creation and other stuffs related to custom object. Okay, so I want you guys to just make a overview and come, so that I will tell you in the interview point of style what are all the hidden things under each and every options used. Okay, so do you have any questions, whatever we dealt today? I think, Sai, whatever I told today helps you in recollecting and giving a quick recap of whatever we discussed in the last class. So, one thing, the action items for Sai would be like creating this particular login setup, and make sure you create a basic app. Okay, and from tomorrow with you and Navya, we'll go together with the object creation and the other stuffs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Sure.
So that will give you some more time to help check what is the issue or something like that, and you can also bring me if you have any issues. So I want you to create a basic app with the brand image and the brand theme, and and maybe you can use a different console instead of navigating like this. I want you to navigate in a
Vertical.
horizontal way, a vertical way. Okay, so you try, so you can go with one kind of setup, and Navya can go with one kind of setup. So we will toggle between the both apps, find their difference, and find the basic things what all it gets changed. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thanks to you both, and thanks for joining. We'll definitely meet tomorrow for the same time. Okay, if
Okay.
there is any change in, yeah, tell me, Navya.
Can you share the PPT?
Sure. I'll just share to the training support. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that
Mm,
he will share with you guys. Huh?
okay.
Okay, Navya, and okay, Sai. Thank you so much for joining today's session. And tomorrow we'll be having in a complete hands-on. Make sure you both have your separate logins.
Okay.
Yeah, Sai,
Ah,
are you able to log in?